What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. And as always, we're standing in front of what we're going to work on today. I'm standing in front of the Odab's Brewery. Gonna get some more brewery work done for you, because I want to see this thing completed so badly. I cannot wait. It feels like when I was building the Costco and all I wanted to do was play PvP in this building. So we are working on this very, very intensely. Intensely. Ooh, don't look at all that. Don't look at that. That's a secret. That's for a different time. I want to show you this. This is, what are they called? There's a name for them. Let me go look it up. I don't know. It's a large conditioning tank. So basically the beer, goes through its process. It's now beer, but it needs to age and ferment. So it goes into these large tanks where it just sits. And it sits for, I don't know how long. It just sits and sits for quite some time, I guess. Thank you, a big thank you to Kellen Brown, one of my subscribers who helped me big time. He actually came at me with an idea for these because he had built one in his world. And he built it on my map, and it was a little bit big. Too big. It wasn't too big for it to be realistic. It was too big to fit in the space I had, unfortunately. So we worked together and made a smaller version, and he helped me build these things. So thank you, Kellen Brown. Manchild420, I believe, is his gamer tag. So thank you, Manchild/Kellen Brown, for all your help. I really appreciate it. I love when you guys are enthusiastic about helping, because I'm enthusiastic too, so meeting like-minded people is always good. So that's done. I mean, I might add a few more details to it, but for the most part, that part of the Odab's Brewery is done. And the tour is going to go through there, of course. Now, what I want to work on today is, after the beer ferments in those tanks, it's going to be barrel-aged. Oh, they're barrel-aging their beer in this place. So what I'm trying to build here is a barrel storage facility. Yeah, and the main thing going on in this little facility is par to the core. Yeah, you know me. You know I'm going to build parkour whenever I freaking can. That's what I do. So I'm going to work on this and fast forward as always, because today is Monday. And I know a lot of you guys don't look forward to Mondays. You have to go to jobs or the school. Hopefully you're on summer vacation right now, but if you're not, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. One day it'll all be over and you won't have to go to school anymore, and then you have to go to a job where you will be equally dissatisfied. So it doesn't really get better, guys. My only advice to you is find a job that you enjoy, please. Otherwise, what are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, so I'm going to be doing a little depth on this build. If you look, I'm using these new blocks. Oh, the new blocks are awesome. Anytime we get more blocks, I don't care what they are, I am happy. That just gives me more options to do stuff. And these colored woods, they're pretty cool. I gotta say, they're pretty cool. I'm going through and adding them around the world, and they're really they're accentuating buildings. And I love accentuations, okay? So, yeah, I'm gonna give it depth. So I'm gonna make this building, do I make it 2 layers? Yeah, 2 layers thick. I encourage you guys, the main thing I see in Minecraft when you guys build walls is you make them 1 thick. You think that a wall should be 1 block, 1 meter thick. I disagree, guys. I think all walls should be at least 2 thick. I think you have to give depth. I think you have to give character. You'll see what I'm doing here. I'm going to give a lot of depth to this building just because it's in set 1. The new wood, the dark oak wood, the raw dark oak wood is set back 1 block. And this gives me space to add more details and more texture. And you'll see in a minute what I do with that extra space. I think it came out pretty well. I was trying to give this building an old-timey wine cask type feel. Someplace you might store barrels. That's exactly what it is. It's a barrel storage place. That's what I'm trying to do, Okay, so what is today? Today's Monday. Oh, you know what that means. We're going to have a creative question of the week. Thank you guys for submitting your creative questions as always. I love how the question I answer helps segue into another question. And that's what's going to happen this week. We're going to segue. Last week I talked about technology and whether it's a negative or a positive thing. This week I'm going to take a question from Drew Iglesia, who is also known as Bedazzled Bacon. Thank you for your question, Drew. He says, what are your thoughts of astronomy? I mean, whenever people start a conversation on space and the universe, I feel tripped out. how Earth is so small compared to the sun, and the sun is smaller than the other suns and planets. There's even a group quasar that's 3 billion light years across. That's massive! I can go on about stuff like this, like if the universe is more like a blanket than flat, or if there's duplicates of us. What's your thoughts on space and astronomy? Oh man, that's a loaded question. Thank you, Drew Iglesias, aka Bedazzled Bacon. Thank you for your question. I don't know how you knew that I love so much about space. I love space. The final frontier. You know what I mean? It's not the final frontier because we still don't know anything about our oceans. The deep ocean, that is. So space isn't the final frontier, but it's, we're probably going to find out about the ocean soon. But anyway, where to begin? Quasars, 3 billion light years across. That's something that the human mind cannot fathom. That's just a number to us. The size and scale of that is something that our brains just can't process. So, what do I think about it? I think that we are so small in the grand scheme of things. We are so small in size. But we possess something that we have never seen in the universe, humans do, and that's conscious thought. And no matter what our size is in the grand scheme of things, we are extremely unique. And within the 8 billion, 9 billion of us, you are extremely unique because there's no one else like you. And that's a crazy thought that segues with space. So yeah, I love space. I think, personally, space is probably the answer to a vast majority of our problems. The problems facing humanity. Space has the answers. Because space exploration drives new technology. Right? We went to the moon because we were in a race with Russia. And that desire to reach the moon made huge advances in technology that we never thought possible. Computers got smaller. Chips got smaller. Everything became more streamlined. We pushed a bunch of money into the space program in the 60s, and as a result, we got technology. That's why there's cell phones, That's why there's That's why there's all sorts of technology that we use today. It's because of space exploration. All sorts of polymers and, very strong metals that are lightweight and titanium and all sorts of things, guys, have been because of NASA's attempt to discover the unknown. And I think exploring space is the key to our problems because not only will it help develop new technology, but who knows what we can find out there? What if there's a meteor flying through the ether that is nothing but energy? Like there's some material we've never encountered before, and one little chip of it, one little pebble size can power the whole world. We don't even know. So how are we gonna know that something like that's not out there if we don't explore? Yeah, we can try to solve all our problems domestically, but at the same time, what makes us human is our desire to uncover knowledge and to explore and to find out about the unknown. And I think a lot of people will say, oh, NASA's just a waste of money. What do we need to send probes out there for? Why did Columbus sail across the ocean? Why did the explorers search out new lands? I mean, it's because it's a thirst for knowledge. If you're not trying to find out new things, then you're stuck in your own ignorance. And that's not where we need to be. We don't need to be stuck. We need to be constantly moving forward and always exploring. Because that's the nature of humanity, right? Alright, so as you see in here, I'm skinning the interior walls. This is another tip that I want you all to think about, guys. Your exterior walls should not look, feel, smell, taste like your interior. Wait, what did I say? Your exterior and interior should be different. That goes without saying. Look in your room right now, the room that you're in. Okay, look at it. What color is it? What color is it? Now think about the outside of your house. Is it the same color? Is it the same material? Is it anything alike? No! No, you're inside! Your walls look different. Reskin your walls, everybody. What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, back to space. Back to space. Oh, these are kegs right here. Oh, yeah, I'm building... These are the oak kegs. The casks, as they're called. Anyway, one thing I've been studying a lot about recently, and it's blown my mind. I've heard about it all through my life, and you have too. You've heard about it. But unless you've given it some serious thought, and unless you've seriously looked into it, you're not going to understand it, and that is astrology. I've been looking into astrology big time. Because whether you believe it or not, I think it's true. Do me a favor. If you don't believe in astrology, I want you to do something. I want to put a link in the description. I want you to go to that link. I want you to find your birthday, and I want you to read about your astrological sign. And read about it and think to yourself, is that me? Did they exactly peg me how I am? The more I study this and the more I find out what my friends and family's star signs are, the more I understand them, because I can go and look at the star signs and look at like their characteristics and their personality traits, and I can get a better sense of that person, because it is creepy how accurate these things are, guys. Creepy. Go read your sign. I guarantee you're going to see stuff about yourself you may not have even known. You may not have been aware about. Now, it's not going to be 100% true. A lot of people's star signs are kind of mixed because they were born in a transitional period. But basically the way it works is the moment you're born, there's a rising planet. And that's a planet that's appearing on the eastern horizon of the Earth. And for some reason, no one really knows why, but maybe it's the gravity, maybe it's who knows what it is. But that planet helps dictate what kind of personality you have. It helps dictate your motivations and how you deal with stress and how you deal with relationships and all sorts of things. It helps form who you are. Now, of course, you can change who you are at any point, but the star sign basically gives you the framework for how you were made, basically. Go read your star sign, guys. I'm telling you, it's creepy. It is creepy. Let me know if you see yourself, in the description. Personally, I'm a Scorpio, and almost everything that's been said about Scorpios, I find true of myself. I'm a hardcore Scorpio, and I think it's an amazing thing, and I think there's a lot of drawbacks at the same time. There's drawbacks to every person, okay? So I have my strengths and weaknesses, of course, but I'm a Scorpio through and through. And, the more I study it, the more, people say that Scorpios and Cancers really get along. Cancers are born, late July, early August. And I'm not joking, 80% of the people in my life are Cancers. I don't understand what's going on. It's the only people I get along with are Cancers. And it's tripping me out. It's I'm attracting Cancers or something, because I guess we just mesh well, and we have similar personalities, and they need the things that I provide, and they have the things that I need. So, it's a very symbiotic relationship, I guess, me and Cancers. Who would have thought? But yeah, every star sign has a lot of strengths and weaknesses. If you are interested in a relationship with a female, if you're a male, or vice versa, reading their star sign will give you so much ammo. So much ammo. You can help. Everyone is different. Understand that. Just because you read someone's, astrological sign doesn't mean that you know their motivations and their intentions. Everyone is different, and it's not like a blueprint to someone's thoughts, but it will help you a lot. Trust me, it will help you a lot to understanding that person, where they're coming from, where they're going, and how they want to get there, basically. So read about, if you have a crush on someone, or you want to date someone, and you're not sure the best way to attract them, or what to say to them, read about their star signs and figure it out from there. Now, this is more for adults. If you're a younger person, you're not fully developed yet, you don't know what kind of person you are, you're still in the developmental stage, it might not be as true for you, and you might not see yourself yet because you don't even know yourself. As a younger person, you're still trying to find who you are, and you're not really aware of your motivations necessarily. You do what you do because that's you. But as you get older, you kind of look into your own actions and kind of analyze them more, and you can see a pattern of behavior that you've exhibited throughout your entire life. But as a child, you're not necessarily aware of it. So if you're too young, then it might not be beneficial to you. But this is more for the older people, I think. But yeah, it just blows my mind. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, I talked a lot. I'm building parkour over here. Everyone's watching me build. I'm trying to build quickly because they all want to try the parkour. So let me just finish up the parkour in here. Now, I'm not really It's not a tough parkour, you know. It's something basically that you can do to get up high and have an advantage in PvP if you want to. You know, it's not like I'm trying to kill people with this parkour, you know. But it's just something to do, especially if someone's chasing you. It could be difficult, and it's more like a puzzle because it's not the difficulty that's challenging. It's figuring out where to jump next that's challenging, and that's what I like to put into parkour puzzles. Is part of it is being able to jump well. That's part of parkour. But I think another part of parkour is understanding what is possible and what's not. You know what I mean? If you try something that's impossible, you're gonna die. But if you know that that's impossible, you're not even gonna try it. So that knowledge is very important for parkour, I believe. Alright, there I am doing it. Alright, give them the clear. Go ahead. Alright guys, give it a shot. See, it's not hard. They're all doing it. I mean, they're falling a little bit. Oh, look at them fall, actually. Maybe it is hard. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a parkour master. Maybe that's the problem. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm going to put a roof on this. I'm going to put a few more details. They found the chest. So I'm going to hide that chest a little bit better. This is very, very quickly thrown together. But that is the parkour. And that is another part of the Odab's Brewery. Done and down. So we're getting there. We're gonna be PvPing pretty soon, guys. Don't worry. It'll get done. So let me give you some exterior shots before I go. Let me say thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for putting all the love on this survival series. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.